Opinions and stories around the game we love, told by your favorite storytellers. Stay up to date with all things cricket. Subscribe to Cricbuzz's YouTube channel and press that bell icon now.
Let's come to chasing in Dubai, and I think that's going to be a bit of a factor right now. Obviously, South Africa have opted to chase here, hoping that the West Indies will, which side of the bed they'll turn up. Have a look at this. Day games, 5 matches, 5-1 in terms of chasing in Dubai. None lost in day games, and this is a day game. Will this be a factor?
It will if you choose to look upon it that way, because really every T20 game is a new game. You see if there's a reason that the chasing team has won most often, because you'd imagine with the sun beating down on it, maybe the team batting second, it'll get a little slower, maybe it'll grip a little bit, because even though it's just started to turn the tide with the summer in Abu Dhabi, the afternoon in Dubai, the afternoon games are still very, very hot. So, and there's no dew in the afternoon game. So there must be another reason. It could be that the tracks are, to use the most favorite expression with pitch reports DJs, a little tacky at the start. And so batsmen are not very sure. You get into the game very early. It could be that, or it could be just that on a good surface, chasing is always easier because the team batting first is not sure how much is a good surface. For example, the same game that Pakistan played against India, they're batting first, they're starting to get worried because well past the halfway mark, they were only going at 6.5 and over. Chasing, you know what you have to do. So there's a huge advantage these days with chasing. What I found interesting in the numbers was when you play day-night games, you'd imagine that chasing would win even more games, cannot win even more because no one's lost there. You'd imagine that, but you get different figures when they're chasing, and we're all worried about the dew. But I think for if the West Indies are, they need to put a good 175, 180 on the board. The West Indies put 175, 180 on the board. It's tough for South Africa to chase.
But the average scores, interestingly, differ by quite a bit. Day game average first innings total is 145, and the day-night game is 170. So that just shows whether or not it's coming onto the bat better. You'd imagine afternoon conditions should be good for batting, tacky or not.
Yeah, but no, there are lots of, I've seen the stats. Sometimes these stats don't tell you the true story, because it's like Kolkata. If you see the Kolkata pitch before 2015, when they sort of relayed it and did a lot of things, it was, 135, 140 was the norm. So at some point in time, one curator has done a very different job on it, and, those numbers could have changed very dramatically. So that's why I'm not completely convinced by numbers that you see across this. For me, I think Harsha said it best. This is a schizophrenic pitch. 150 has been chased easily, and people have got shot out for very low scores as well. So which pitch is going to turn up today is just as important as how the West Indies turn up.